Homeward Bound Daily Devotional by Ellen White, Christ's Coronation and its Results, February 27th. Jesus has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Christ's ascension to heaven was the signal that his followers were to receive the promised blessing. For this they were to wait before they entered upon their work. When Christ passed within the heavenly gates, he was enthroned amid the adoration of angels. As soon as this ceremony was completed, the Holy Spirit descended upon the disciples in rich currents, and Christ was indeed glorified, even with the glory which he had with the Father from all eternity. The Pentecostal outpouring was heaven's communication that the Redeemer's inauguration was accomplished. According to his promise, he had sent the Holy Spirit from heaven to his followers as a token that he had, as a priest and king, received all authority in heaven and on earth, and was the Anointed One over his people. During his life on earth, he had sown the seeds of truth and had watered it with his blood. The conversion that took place on the day of Pentecost were the results of this sowing, the harvest of Christ's work, revealing the power of his teaching. The arguments of the apostles alone, though clear and convincing, would not have removed the prejudice that had withstood so much evidence. But the Holy Spirit set the argument home to the hearts with divine power. The words of the apostles were as sharp arrows of the Almighty, convicting the hearer of their terrible guilt in rejecting and crucifying the Lord of glory. Under the training of Christ, the disciples had been led to feel their need of the Spirit. Under the Spirit's teaching, they received the final qualification and went forth to their life's work. No longer were they ignorant and uncultured. No longer were they a collection of independent units or discordant conflicting elements. No longer were their hopes set on worldly greatness. They were of one accord and of one heart and one soul. Acts chapter 2 verse 46 and chapter 4 verse 32. Christ filled their thoughts with advancements of his kingdom. Christ filled their thoughts. The advancement of his kingdom was their aim. In mind and character, they had become like their master. Pentecost brought them the heavenly illumination. The truths they could not understand while Christ was with them were now unfolded. With faith and assurance they had never had before known, they accepted the teachings of the sacred word. Homeward Bound.